Hello, let's play a bunch of daily word games. This is the weekly series, comes out every Monday, where I play a bunch of word game variants. So a lot of them are similar to Wordle or in some way similar to Wordle, and others are just fun word games that usually are created by independent creators. And so I like to give them a little bit more support. They're all very fun, so check them out. There's links in the description to all of the games I'm playing today if you want to try them first before watching this video. All right, and today's bonus game is Hang 5. I've played this one before. Kind of like Hangman or Wheel of Fortune, where you got to guess letters and it reveals them. The twist here is we have 5 hearts, and we are told where the vowels are. We're allowed to guess vowels, but if we do before there's anything but vowels remaining, then we lose a heart no matter what. So you can lose 2 hearts if the vowel doesn't exist in the words. So we want to try to find the consonants first and then get the vowels. And they always have some kind of theme to them. All 5 words are kind of thematic in some way to each other. I'm going to start with the most common consonant, the T. All right, let's get just maybe an R. Ooh, there's a lot of R's. So maybe we can start thinking about what this word is. I think it does not count Y as a vowel. So we're ending in like RA or RO, RI, something like that. RE probably. Interesting, like ire, or, air, tear, tire, tor. Realtor? No, that doesn't end in E. All right, what consonant might I want to get? Maybe an S? Ooh, lots of S. SS. Another like RE maybe. SSARE, like Sare, Soar. How does this work? Is this going to be like S8? So this is 3 consonants in a row starting with S. And no R involved. So is it going to be like, I don't see how it would be an SH. Maybe SPL, like split. It is SPL. So it's probably split. It could be splat, but split. Oh, and this is a P. Reptare, reptor, reptire, rapture, split, rupture. Yeah, we're splitting, we're rupturing. So we're dividing, right? What other words mean that? Fissure? Yeah, split, fissure, rupture. Ooh, so they're UREs. I didn't think about that. It's not divide. I wonder if there's any of these are DR, CR. Huh, what is this? Is this two vowels in a row? So is it OO? I don't see how it's OO. AI? I think I might try an N here. I feel like I could figure out these words, but there's no N's. Split, fissure, rupture. Is it WR? DR? GR? Having trouble. Maybe I should try a D. No D's. Can't like, I don't know going before this. R. C. Ooh. Crevice. Split, fissure, crevice. I need these consonants, obviously, but I need to figure out this word. Is it like brook? Break, maybe. Okay, perfect. So let's just get them in order. We have split, we have fissure, and then break. Nice, got it. 2 mistakes because I couldn't think of crevice and break. They're a little hard to think of. I don't know. They feel a little bit different than split, fissure, and rupture, because I was thinking of these as verbs. You split it, you fissure it, you rupture it. But then crevice and break, I know break is also a verb, but crevice can only be a noun. Interesting. All right, cool. Another fun Hang 5. Let's keep going to Dordle. You can start with break. One word, 5-letter word. All right, nothing on the left. So we want STLN. No E or A though. I don't know what to guess here. Snout? Okay. So on the left we have more info now, so let's guess this right word where we don't have anything. Something like grill makes a lot of sense. Can I get something without repeating the L? I'm not sure. I'm just going to go with grill. Oh, it doesn't repeat the L. So it's something RI. We have an I on the left, by the way. No idea what's going on with that. Is it like INU somehow? Or UN, yeah, like unzip or something. Is it unzip? No, it's not. Darn. I thought I had it. Unpin? Let's not guess that one yet. We have RI something P. What goes there? MP? Crimp? And then I think it's unpin. Okay. Unpin and crimp. Cool. Let's keep going to Fibble. It starts with least. That's fun. Each guess has a lie in it. So one of these letters is lying about its color. Exactly one is. I like to use the pause information. Let's end in SE. In fact, let's just end in ASE. Something like chase seems fine. Ooh, okay. So we know one of these S's is lying. We've caught a lie. What can we determine from that? Like what can we deduce? Well, if one of these S's is lying, then these A's can't be lying because they agree between least and chase. Anything that agrees between the two words has to be true, other than the S, it has to be true because we can't have them both be lying. We wouldn't have a lie left for the S's. So, and that means there is an E in the word, but we could still be using a single lie on an E because they're not in the same spot. So one of these could be green. They just can't be lying as gray. So I'm going to keep using this S, and I'm going to keep ending in E. That would be the lie for, oh no, the lie for chase would be the S. So I guess I could put the E here, and then we could do like an EST maybe. Is that going to be a word? Crest, but there's no C. It's the only word I can think of. We could just do like tress. That works fine. All right, it is doubling down on S being gray. The E is still yellow. So, I don't know. Do we just think there's no S at this point? It's quite possible. So maybe it's R and then ends in E. And then we need, maybe it's TR. Maybe like trove. Oh, no, we can't use the T. We could do grove, though. Oh, but then we don't, okay. Sorry, I shouldn't have used, oh no, the T was fine, right? The T was the lie from least. But now we know, because these two are lies, now we know there isn't a T in the word. Yeah, we cannot use a T. So yeah, I want to make the S the lie here. So I want to end in E. And that'll be the lie for both of these. But that would mean I need to bring in... Actually, I don't know if I can. What if I do rec? That works. Ooh. So one of these R's is lying. I mean, there is an E, but yeah, we knew there was an E, but it's not in the middle. Ooh, what do I want to do here? I think I still want to omit the S. Maybe we move the R somewhere. Maybe it's an ER word. And then I need to use, if I'm not using the S, I need to use a C or an H. Something like hover, does that work? No, there's not enough lies in rec. There's no lies in rec. Cover might do it. Yes. Ooh. So is it hover? No, I tried. Hold on, how are we doing this? Do we have any... See, I'm thinking the E's lying, and it's over something. The C can't be lying. But I would need something that's in both chase and rec to bring in. And there isn't. There isn't something like that, so it can't be that. So the lie can't be the E. So is it like O R E? No, oh wait. ROV something E? No. Hold on, I'm very confused. Somebody to guess something like, oops, something like hover just to see what happens, but it doesn't work for rec. Rover, maybe? No, that still doesn't rely on rec. Maybe it's something like cower? No, that doesn't work. What's my lie here? I want the E to be the lie, but then there's nothing to put first. Could there just be no R in the word? But then this E, so OV something E, that actually works. Ooh, what can we put here? I just need new letters. It works, but it doesn't, because like what is going here? Movie? There we go. It was movie. Ooh, that was tough. I got bamboozled by the R lying 3 times in a row. That's crazy. All right. Fibble likes to do that kind of thing. It is random, but it does happen more often than you think. All right. Well, let's move on to Betweenle. We'll start with movie. That's kind of centery now that it really matters. All right, we're 22%, so we're like halfway between movie and the end of the alphabet, which probably puts us somewhere in S. Maybe late S, early T. Let's do an early T, like table. Ooh, okay, so I was right about it being in the S. It's actually kind of middle S. It's just so many RST words. They kind of outweigh everything else. What do I want to do here? Like a middling S, like SO, like solve? A little bit earlier. SI? Since? Okay, that went up. Could be SL, like slope. All right, getting there. Might still be SL, but it could also be SI. Let's see. SL slave. No, it's not SL. It's SI sit up. I don't know. What am I missing? Could it be SK, like ski, skier? It's skier. Okay. It was between the I and the L. Interesting. Okay, got it. Skier and 8. That's not a easy one to find, actually. All right, let's do word 500. We are going to start with skier. 2 yellows in skier. I like to assume it's the vowels until proven otherwise. So let's I here, E at the end, something like since, but there's no S. What else does something like that? Wince. 1 green. Okay, so if you double click the word 500 logo, it starts over, which is nice. I'm going to assume we got the E correct and no I, and then maybe there's an R in the word. So RE, like score, but no SC. I like ARE actually. Let's get that A in there. Blair. All right, well, I could have gotten the R still correct. So we'll put the R second this time. And we'll do something like grove. 3 greens in grove. So ROE is what I'm guessing are correct. And then we could do, what can we do? Trope? Oh, it was trope. Nice. Actually, finally a clean word 500 solve. Sometimes these take forever. All right. Trope is nice though. Okay. Let's do polygonal. Ooh, this just repeats twice. So it appears 3 times and that's it. Now if I do an ing word, then I just need something that's like mixing. I don't know. Timising. Limiting? Ooh, the I was right, but not ing. Ooh, what is this doing? Is this like an IST type deal? Like list? Mini list? No. I kind of like ending in list. I don't, what are we doing though? No, we already using the S. Civilist? Is that a thing? Apparently. Woo. Hold on. Civilite? What is this word? Civilite. What's this word? Civilith? Civilita. Civilito. Civilitu. Civilitite. Civil. QWERY. Civility. Oh, civility. I was like, what? Pronunciation issue. Okay. I mean, that was a nice solve though. That was like a Hexpert solve. Okay. Well, civility. How many words were there? 38. Civility, civilian. Interesting. What was my first guess? Limiting. Okay. Limiting was a limiting guess. All right. Were there other INGs? Ending in ING. There was liaising, limiting, and visiting. Ooh, visiting is fun. All right. Let's do the mini. First and last letter are the same. Evoke. All right, I'm right about the E and the O. That's lucky. What is it, though? A tone? Is that it? No, that's a tone. Oh no, what is it? Emoji? Erode. There we go. Okay. Can't be too many of those. Move on to Symble. We have to. Oh yeah, we start with Blaze. We always start Symble with Blaze. Don't have to start with Erode. All right. Might be an A in the middle. Let's check that with scant. That's a fun word. For a second I thought I got it. SCA. Scare, no. Scarp. Scamp. Got in 3. Nice. I get Symble in 3 a lot. I don't know. My stats are gone. How do we bring up the stats? Fresh. But yeah, 5 3s and 1 4. All right. Let's do Fusele, blind Fusele. So each of our guesses has a different twist. So here we're getting symbol-like clues. What was it? It was scamp, right? Yeah, okay. So we'll start with scamp. So this just means there's an S here. We didn't get any blue clues, so it's basically just like Wordle. So here we're getting alphabetical clues. So green will mean it's correct in that slot. Orange will mean that slot is within 3 alphabetically with what we actually guessed. So let's guess something like slint. Slint's not a word. Slink. Ooh, so the S and the I are correct. I'm not allowed to. Okay, so the twist here is I'm not allowed to guess F, G, I, J, T, Z, which are red on the keyboard here. But this is near K. If we go to the alphabetical keyboard, it's clearer. So it can be an L or an N or a H, I, J. So we probably end in like an N or an L. Just because we used N and L here does not mean they're not in the word. It's just because this was an alphabetical clue. It only talked about the single slot. So we're S something I and then ending in like L or N, maybe H. I don't know, is it like shish? I can't actually guess the word though. So let's do a filler. Let's try ending in. You know what? Let's end in L. Do I want to end in L or N? I don't know what goes between an I and this ending letter. I'm actually tempted to do ISH, but all right, let's see if it ends in SH. What's the worst that can happen? And let's just get some good letters here. Maybe an R second. Well, hold on. Is it SH though, or what? I don't know. Is shish a word? I don't know. Shush is a word. SW? Swish? Let's see if we can... Is swash accepted or swush? I just can't guess I is the issue. What could I do? I think the answer is swish. I don't know for sure though. So why don't we just guess like Welsh or something and just get done with it? Yeah. Oh, swill. No. So we didn't learn about these two, but we know it's we have to use PON here. So this is a completely useless guess. We're gonna guess like peony. But this is SWIL, but this is not, it's not swill. What is it? Swirl. Interesting. Okay. So I was wrong. It wasn't swish. It was swirl. Okay. Interesting. Well, that finishes the games for the week. Hope you enjoyed them. If you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.